we literally, as an organization, Market Traders Institute, have clients all over the world. We've trained over 50,000 people over the last 23 years how to trade the currency market. I'm excited to be here with all of you guys today. Now understand, when it comes to trading, always trade with equity management. Never invest money that you cannot afford to lose. And the reason for that is even the most sophisticated, the best traders in the world will take losses. That's part of being an investor. However, when you approach it with a plan, with a strategy, with proper equity management, looking to maximize your gains and minimize those losses, that's when you obviously become a successful investor. So we will talk about that a bit in today's presentation. So understand this webinar, my portion of today's webinar, is really to help you decide if you see currency trading or Forex trading is something that you would like to do, or if you're doing it, how you improve on it. Now, I'm not here today in this short amount of time that we had to teach you how to be a trader. That's why you'll become a student of ours. My job in this presentation is to show you literally how we help people all over the world make money consistently. That's the key, consistently, day after day, week after week, month after month in the currency market. Now, I'll tell you, I've been doing this for 25 years, okay? Currency trading isn't for everybody, and it may not be for you. I was an equities trader, an options trader for a long time. I trade currencies now because to me, they have the most advantages. It's the most predictable market in the world. But I do know it's not for everybody, and it may not be for you, and you know what? That's all right. I applaud you for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to me, to learn a new topic, and to have an understanding of another opportunity, a different asset class that you may want to have an interest in. So I know a lot of you are in here. You're already trading. That's great. A lot of you are equities traders. A lot of you are looking to become full-time traders. Whatever your background, your experience is, we can teach you how to be successful in currency. We teach a skill set. And teaching and working in the currency market is a skill that you learn to repeat over and over and over. Again, I'm going to show you exactly how we do it. So let's officially get things kicked off. This is a live presentation. Today is November 30th. What's the last day of the month, right? Can't believe we're rolling into December already, which is great in the currency market because historically the best 3 months of trading in the currency market is October, November, December, Q4. We got awesome opportunities lining up through the end of this month, rolling into the first of 2018. So make sure you got a pen, you got a piece of paper, you're prepared to take great notes because this is going to go by very, very quickly. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about who I am. I know Ray did some introduction. I just want you to know that I've been involved with the financial services business for 25 plus years. I've traded every asset class that there is that's out there. I've been in the brokerage side, the retail side of the business. This is my passion. I've spent the last 15 years traveling throughout the United States, throughout Canada, talking to live audiences, well over 30,000 people on how to take control of their financial lives. The thing that I love about the market, and this is what I tell to new people, experienced people, whoever it may be, the money is obviously great. I mean, you can create an income that's tremendous when you learn to trade properly, with proper equity management, with discipline. However, to me, it's about the lifestyle. I don't stare at charts all day long. I think half the time my friends throughout the years have wondered what the heck I do when I'm the only dad dropping my kids off in the carpool line and picking them up at the end of the day. I do a lot of other things in my life. I'm an avid runner, a triathlete. I got 3 kids that drive me nuts, a 12-year-old son, a 9-year-old son, a 6-year-old daughter. They're all involved with sports. If you see my wife and I at about between 5 and 7 every night, man, we're just going different directions all throughout Florida. I love the fact that I can trade around my crazy busy schedule. And that's what I love about the currency market is it gives me so much flexibility to do the things that I want to do, but still create the income that I want. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do that within this presentation today. So that's just a little quick background about myself. What I need to know from a lot of you in here, now I know a lot of you are probably equities and options traders, which is great. How many of you in here, though, have a level of understanding on the currency market? If you were to rank your experience, your knowledge in the currency market on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being you're brand new to the currency market, 10 being you're a currency expert, jump into that chat box for me right now and rank your personal experience so I can get a feel for who I've got in my presentation today. Okay, good. I've got Janice is a 3, Warren's a 1, Near's an 8. Awesome, Near. Excuse me, gang. I'm coming off a little bit of a cold. Veronica's a 3. Robert is a 3. Jackson's a 3, Jim's a 1, Josh is a 4, Sarah's a 1. What else we got here? Vasio is looks like a 1, Kamal's a 1. All right, good, gang. Well, you can see we've got pretty mixed group actually in here today. 1s and 2s, some 3s and 4s, and just a couple of you actually that are above 5. The big thing for you to understand, especially for new people, is when it comes to the currency market, it's what's called a zero-sum game. And what that means is in every single currency trade, the loser pays the winner, okay? And if you're one of my more experienced traders in this presentation and you find yourself losing more often than you would like, you know, what you're doing is just paying people who've got more experience, a better education, better tools, better mentors, better coaches than you do. So here's how you've got to approach this from a logical standpoint. And I like to look at things pretty basic. If you're looking at this logically, in every trade there's a winner and a loser, and the only thing that separates them is information, technology, and knowledge. You need to get yourself on the winning side of that curve. And that's really what we do at Market Traders Institute. Now, a lot of people get confused in thinking that we are a brokerage house. We're not a broker. In fact, we're not affiliated with any brokers that are out there. You can actually use any broker you want in the world to interact with our trading platforms. They all work smoothly with us. What we've been doing for the past 23 years is developing premier technology, premier education portal, and assembling the best coaches and mentors in the world. Now, 23 years we've been in business. Now, think about that. And I know a lot of you in here, you're business owners. We attract entrepreneurs. You know, if you're a business owner, you do not survive in business for 23 years without having a rock solid foundation and by delivering what you promised. Now, as you look at my screen, this is our corporate office. This is in Orlando, Florida. I'm broadcasting live right now from the 2nd floor of this building. Got a beautiful facility. We house about 200 employees out of here. A big education area in our office space here. We have people that fly in from all over the world to come to Florida to spend time with us, to learn our systems, our formulas, how we skillfully look in the market. We've gone through tremendous growth as an organization over the last about 6 to 8 years. And the reason for our growth, for me, is a philosophy that was started by our founder that we never leave a client behind. Never leave a client behind. And in your notes, the first thing that I need you to write down, please write down for me, coaching and mentorship. Coaching and mentorship. If you wanted to learn about currency trading right now, you could go do a search, right? You could go to Google or Yahoo, go to YouTube and search currency trading, Forex trading. And you could get a ton of websites, a ton of videos, a ton of so-called experts that will be willing to teach you how to trade currency market. Let me tell you how you become a successful currency trader. And again, I like to look at things very logically. What you do is you find somebody who's got a proven track record of trading the currency market, right? Or an organization, but not just somebody that's been doing it for a year or 2 or 5 years or even 10 years, but for decades, proven results year after year after year. Then what you got to make sure is not only do they know how to make the money, but can they clearly communicate and effectively teach you how to make money in the currency market. And then what you do is you strap yourself to their side as they work with you, train, teach, coach, and mentor until you become a successful currency trader. Does that make sense to everybody in the presentation? If so, type in, yes, or of course in the chat box, right? See, one of the things that we provide to our students is literally 24 hours a day. Every second the currency market is open, we are live, interacting, coaching, training, teaching, and trading live with our students 24 hours a day. When you combine that level of experience, of commitment to really coaching and mentoring, to our education portal, to our technology, which I will show you, and that's really why we've grown the way that we've grown. This is a focus of not leaving that client behind. So that's what we're going to talk about now. Through our growth, I mean, we've we're getting tons of recognition. We were ranked as high as its 592nd fastest growing private company in the US. Lots of recognition, lots of growth, but it's all about the people. It's about creating good students, successful students, and that comes from our founder, Jared Martinez. Jared Martinez, a lot of you know who he is. You've seen him on Fox Business News, CNBC. He's a best-selling author, teacher. He's been teaching and working and trading the currency market for 30 years. 30 years. Okay, that's a long time. That's more years than a lot of the experts you will see on YouTube that will teach you how to trade currencies have been alive. 30 plus years. Now, Jared Martinez, just to give you an idea of his types of results, and one of the things that I will share with you today are real results. We're very transparent as an organization. I want you to see what we make in the currency market, our pips, our production, so you have a level of understanding and buy-in to, wow, this is the group that I want to work with. One of the things I'll show you is my FX book accounts, which are real third-party verified accounts. Jared Martinez in one of his my FX book accounts, again, for those of you that are successful traders, he's averaging 2,000 pips a week. Now, I know a lot of you may or may not know what a pip is yet. 2,000 pips a week in a standard lot, that's about $20,000 in a week, about $80,000 in a month. He's been doing that for 3 straight years, documented. This is the level of mentoring and coaching we supply to our students. Now, Jared leads and heads our coaching programs. He still trades several days a week with our student base. Now, the 2 of the most important coaches you will have when you come on board to this organization are these 2 guys on the screen right here. This is Tyson Clayton to the left, Josh Martinez to the right, okay? Awesome traders, world-renowned experts in the currency market. The next thing I need you to write down in your notes, though, because this is real important. It's actually cool timing that we have this webinar going on today. You write down December rally tonight. It's actually tonight at 7 o'clock. That's Eastern Standard Time. That is New York City time. That's today, okay? 7 p.m. tonight. About 7 hours from now. We are going live. Tyson is hosting a special session where we will be updating our current predictions. Now, what's happened is, as I mentioned when I first started, the 3 best trading months of the year are October, November, December. We've been crushing it the last 2 months. Well, we're rolling into December, and we're getting ready to lay out some brand new targets. We're anticipating over the next couple of weeks about 700 to 1,000 pip movement. By the end of the year, about 2,000 pips of opportunity that is out there. We're going to be lining these trades up tonight in a live session. Now, what's cool about this, and your timing is perfect, is normally these sessions are for our more experienced students. Now, we've set aside, because of the investor inspiration today, 26 seats out of this session for 26 of you in this presentation that are interested to come watch us live, set up the trades, show you how we're closing out positions, what we're doing, what we're looking at. If you would like to see if you can qualify to be one of the 26 in the session tonight at 7, it's real simple. What I need you to do is just go into the chat box, type your telephone number and type rally, and we'll follow up with you after the presentation. Type your telephone number and rally, okay, if you're interested in doing that, because it's a really cool opportunity to see us live in action, lining up trades, okay? And I got a bunch of you typing your numbers in. Alex, I got your number. Tom, Anna, we'll follow up with you. Isaac, William, Thomas, Harry. Awesome, gang. Make sure, though, if you type in, we gotta get your number. We have no other way to communicate with you. Here's the thing, though. It's not about the results necessarily that we are getting as the experts. It's about our students, folks. I mean, go on Facebook and do some research on your own. Don't do it now. I don't want you to be distracted from the presentations. But do a little research and find out what our students all around the world write about their experience with this organization, the amount of pips that they are making, the experience that they have trading with us, because this is truly why we're growing, because we deliver results. Pure and simple. We don't survive 23 years without making successful traders. So, my promise to all of you, and we're going to get cruising in a second here into the market, is, by the time we're done with this presentation, if you don't already understand the potential and the power in the currency market, you will. You will absolutely, okay? Absolutely, you will see the advantages from equities, from futures, from real estate, from everything in this market, okay? On top of that, if you stay with me through the end of the presentation, I'll give all of you an opportunity to become a student of ours for the next 60 days. risk-free. So you can see exactly what makes us great as an organization, how we work with our students, how we build successful traders. Okay, so stay with me to the end. Now, I will tell you, your currency trading, because there's a lot of money to be made, people get caught up in, oh, it's get rich quick, it's overnight millionaire. That stuff's nonsense. Okay, there's no such thing as get rich quick. There's no such thing as overnight millionaire. What we teach is a skill. Learning to trade consistently, profitably is a skill that you apply day after day after day after day. And that's what we're going to talk about within this presentation. So Steve, I got your number as well. Decox, just make sure I have your number, my friend. And Abdul, I have your number as well. So first and foremost, for my more experienced traders, give me a couple minutes because I need to get my inexperienced people up to speed of a few different things. Number one, why the currency market and the benefits of the currency market. Then we're going to dive into live analysis and how we do it and our tools and how we do it in the currency market. So first and foremost, as I mentioned, I've been in this business a long time. I'm 48 years old now. I've got gray hairs to show it, to recognize it. One of the things that I love about this market, and there's some big advantages in the currency market, but one of them is really the liquidity that you find in this type of a market. See, the thing about the currency market is there's always buyers and sellers. Okay, there's no time limits on your trades. You can get in and out with no penalties. You can be in a trade for 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, however long that you want to. You can always get in and always get out. Now, the second big benefit of this market is the flexibility. And to me, this creates massive opportunity. Now, I'm very busy, as I said. I'm devoted to my kids. I'm working with them all the time. I coach their sports. We're doing stuff. In fact, my wife is today on a field trip with my daughter. We're nonstop doing stuff. This market provides me the type of schedule that I like to trade around, okay? In fact, one of my favorite times to trade is the London breakout. In the United States of America, the London session opens up at 2:30 a.m. in the middle of the night. Now, a lot of people might say, hey, well, you're crazy getting up at that time. Well, you're not crazy if the opportunity is there. Lots of times I'll get up at 2, get my charts going, get everything set in place. I'll trade from the open at about 2:30 to about 3:45, and I'm done. I go back to bed, get my coffee in the morning, take my kids, and I'm done for that day. I can trade 24 hours a day in this market. Now think about it. This market opens up Sunday afternoon in the U.S. at 5 o'clock. It's open all night, all morning, all day, every day till Friday at 5 p.m. 24 hours a day. Man, back when I was a equities trader, I mean, how many times for equities traders are you stuck in positions when you get aftermarket news or pre-market news, you get a gap up, gap down, you get lost behind the market makers, you try to get out of a position, blows through your stop because the market was closed. I know every one of you equities traders have experienced that. You don't experience that in the currency market. There's always buyers, there's always sellers, the market's always open. Now, the next thing about this market is the size, and this is typically eye-opening to people. It's the largest market in the world. There's over $5.3 trillion traded on this market every single day back and forth. You can combine all the other markets out there, they don't even come close. The last thing about this market that I love, again, it's time saver, is the focus. I'm not picking on equities traders. I made a lot of money trading equities, but it also take them a lot more time. Because think about it. You've got thousands and thousands and thousands of potential companies to invest in. It takes a lot of time, especially if you're doing technical fundamentals. You're looking at all these different organizations, different sectors. I'll tell you what I do. In the currency market, keep it simple. There's about 60 currency pairs worldwide that you can trade. We pay attention to, it says on my screen here, 21. Honestly, the large majority of our students' money are made off of probably 10 or 11 currency pairs, cross pairs. Okay, and if you're in our session later today, if you're one of the 26 folks that get in there, you're going to see us look at probably 3 or 4 opportunities to line up all those pips between now and the end of the year. Okay, so it keeps me very, very focused, which I love because I'm busy. And I like this market because You know, to me, it's the most predictable market. This market loves to do the same thing over and over and over again. I'm going to show you exactly how we do this. So let's go ahead and hop over to my charts. I need everybody to acknowledge in the chat box for me if you can see in there that I brought up my charting software. If you see that, type in a yes or a Y. Everybody see I put this up? Okay, Janice says yes. Janice says yes. I need everybody to acknowledge, gang. I want to make sure I don't leave anybody behind so we can keep moving on. Veronica says yes. M says yes. Okay, good. What you're looking at is what is called the Smart Trader platform. This is Market Traders Institute's own proprietary trading platform. We have developed this by traders for traders internally. It's, to me, the best trading platform in the world. It works on every currency pair, every time frame that's out there. And what makes this very unique is all of our tools, all of our indicators, everything is web-based. So you can access all of our tools, all of our indicators on your smartphones, your tablets. In fact, I spent last week for the holiday, Thanksgiving holiday in the US, in New York with my in-laws, and I don't carry my laptop anymore, even to make trades. I have my iPad. And from that, I can access every tool, every indicator that I need. So it's pretty convenient. On top of that, we've got our own patent pending technology, which I'm going to show you some of our cool smart tools, proprietary tools, a lot of things that makes the software very unique. Now, one of the things that's pretty cool about us is we've got this community. And this is really neat. If you go over here where it says ideas and you click on this, it opens up all of these workspaces right in front of you. And this is an opportunity, a couple different ways to look at this. You can peer-to-peer share workspaces back and forth to other traders around the world, which is great if you want to trade your ideas. On top of that, this is where you can access our experts' trade spaces. You will see where our founder, Jared Martinez, will put trade spaces in here. Chris Pulver, if you don't know who he is, Google it. He's one of the best currency traders in the world. He's one of our top coaches. He's got some of his trading workspaces in here as well. We've got Gary Fickhart, Tyson Clayton right there. So it's pretty cool. This is an opportunity for us to share our information back and forth. So a lot of really unique benefits. I can't get into everything in our short time here together in this particular presentation. So understand, when you're trading currency, and again, I know that this is new to some of you, and a lot of you are experienced. If you're experienced, hang tight, because we're going to speed it up and get into some of our indicators and stuff in just a minute. But if you're new, trading currency is just like trading anything else, except you're just trading one currency versus another, right? You're just trading one currency versus another. And all you're looking to do when you're trading that one currency versus another is like any other market, right? The old adage of, I want to buy down here and sell when this thing's moving up. Let me fix my chart setting here. I want to go ahead and buy down here and make money when this market is moving up, right? Or I want to sell into this market and make money when the market reverses and starts to, well, the arrow I need to move my arrow over a little bit. Make money when the market wants to move down, okay? So it's the old adage, buy low, sell high, sell into the market as it moves down. Now your job in the currency market, a little different than the equities market. Your job in the currency market is to capture pips, okay? Your job is to capture pips. Let me go ahead and okay, doesn't want to type for me right now. Let me go ahead and reset my tools here. So your job in this market is to capture pips. Now, I'm not going to get into a big, long description or definition of what a pip is. All I want you to understand for information purposes in this presentation is that pips are your friends, okay? You want to capture as many pips as you can when the market's moving up. You want to capture as many pips as you can when the market's moving down. I will show you in a minute how pips turn into profits, okay? How pips turn into profits and how you make money off of pips, all right? But as of right now, I just want you to understand for demonstration purposes, all you want to know is pips are my friends. I want to capture as many pips as I can when the market is moving up. Now, I also get asked all the time, do I have to be some mathematical expert to trade the currency market? Okay? No, you do not. And I will tell you that I'm not some mathematical expert. Now, the thing that you need to know about the currency market, PIP stands for price, interest, point. The thing you need to know about the currency market is the currency market loves to do the same thing over and over again. What you will become great at is identifying patterns in the market. So you're going to use your coaches, your experts, our software, our education to help you determine where the market's going to move in the future based on where it's been in the past, okay? So we're going to do that, and our job is to capture these pips, right? We're trying to capture as many pips as possible. Now, if you look at the middle of the screen right here, can everybody see where it says GBP, JPY 1 hour? Can everybody see that? If you can see that, type in a yes or a Y in the chat box. It's the Great British Pound, Yen, 1 hour chart. If you can see that, type in a yes or a Y. All right, good. So we're looking at the pound, yen, 1 hour chart. Now, again, this works on every time frame that's out there. Now, if we're looking at these little indicators on the screen, these little, it looks like almost a rectangle kind of stuck up on its side. These are Japanese candlesticks. Japanese candlesticks are simply a visual representation of how much the market has moved within a particular period of time. We like to call them the sign language of the market. They're a very useful tool to traders to determine reversals, trend change, very important information. Now, if you click on one, like I did right here, you can see this particular candlestick is from yesterday, November 22nd. It opened up at 10 o'clock. It had a high, a low, an open, and a closing price. Now, what does that mean? Well, just simply means that this particular candlestick opened up. Okay, it opened up right here. Opened up right here. And when it opened up, it then dipped down. It had a low. Now, this long piece hanging off the end here, that's a wick. It moved up, and it had a high, and it settled in and closed out right here. And then it opened up a brand new candle, of which that candle moved down, had a low, moved up, had a high for that hour, settled in and closed out that candle. And it does that over and over and over again, all the way up until, if you look right here, you will watch and see as we move through the market, these will update because it's live market, live presentation. Today's November 30th. I'm live right now. It's about 12:18. This is live market opportunity. All right. So before we start getting into analysis of trades and how our tools, how our indicators, and what our approach is, I quickly want to go over how the mechanics of a currency trade take place. Okay. Now, I know, again, a lot of you know this, but that's all right. I want the new people to understand how pips turn into profits. So at first, we're not going to do any analysis. Just hang with me as we go through this. Let's just say, based on the help of our coaches, our experts, our mentors, through the use of technology, we decided, okay, it's a good time to buy right down here. So we made a buy. For whatever reason, based on indicators, information, analysis, we decided to sell right up here, okay? So we decided to sell right up here. So if we buy down here, okay, right down here, this line, and we sell right up here, this line, the difference between these two lines, the 148,927, if you look on the right-hand side, and the 150,270, if you subtract those two, the difference between this and this would be the amount of pips that we would profit, okay? So what does that mean? Well, let's just say, again, we bought down here, we sold right up here. Sold right up here. We sold right up here. So I can measure that exactly what it is. I grab my ruler, if we bought down here, and we sell right up here, okay? All right, so can everybody jump into your chat box? I just want to make sure you understand this so we can start moving along here. We would have bought down here November 28th, so that would have been a couple days ago. That would have been what, Tuesday. We would have sold up here yesterday, okay, Wednesday. We would have been in this trade for 12 bars. Now, a bar is a candlestick because each candlestick on this particular chart represents 1 hour. 12 bars are 12 hours, okay? So we've been in the trade for 12 hours, and we would have made, right where my cursor is pointing, 133 pips. 133 pips. So does everybody understand this? So type a yes or a Y in the chat box. We would have bought down here on Tuesday, sold up here on Wednesday. We would have, in 12 hours, made 133 pips. Okay, good. Everybody's telling me yes. Steve and Veronica, awesome, good. All right, well, what does that mean? Well, this is where it starts to get fun, because now we can start talking about how we profit in this market. Now understand, when you trade in the currency market, it's a little bit different in how you trade. You trade in what are called lot sizes. There's 3 different lot sizes you can invest in, okay? There's what's called a micro lot, write this down, a mini lot, and a standard lot. Micro, mini, standard, okay? If you trade with a micro lot, you're looking at about a $20 US investment per trade. Now right there, that's one of the beautiful things about the currency market, is it doesn't take a lot of money to start. You can start real small and grow your account and grow your confidence over time. Now, most of my students, when they first come on board, they start out with mini lot investments. That's a $200 investment per trade. And a standard lot investment is a $2,000 investment per trade. Now, each of these have a different profit value to them. If you trade with a micro lot, you're looking at about a 10-cent per pip profit. Now, obviously, that's not a lot of money, okay? If you think about the trade we just talked about a moment ago, if you go back over here, right, this trade, if we invested down here, now again, we're not a broker. You pick any broker you want. We don't handle your money, okay? You invest $20 down here with your broker into a micro lot, all right? Day later, you sell up here, you get your $20 back from your broker, okay? Well, we made 133 pips. Well, if we make 10 cents per pip on that, that means every single pip, we made 10 cents, we made $13.30 return. So our $20 turned into $33.30 in about 12 hours. Now, obviously, that's not a lot of money, but that's a fantastic return on investment, right? That's 55, 56% in less than 24 hours. Well, let's say we make that same trade, but we do a mini lot investment. We don't have to do any more analysis, any more work, any more time, any more effort, any more energy. All we have to do is invest a little bit more money. Okay, so we do a $200 investment. So that same trade over the same period of time, my broker holds on to my $200. I sell yesterday, I get my $200 back, and in 12 hours, I made, for every pip, $1. So my return on my $200 trade is $133 in 12 hours. Pretty good, right? Now it starts to get a little bit more exciting. Well, let's say you've been investing in mini lots, and now you step up and you start to do a standard lot trade. Well, if you make that same trade, same time, again, same effort, everything, all you do differently is invest more money into a standard lot trade. You invest $2,000. 12 hours later, you get your $2,000 back. However, for every pip on a standard lot, you just make $10 per pip. So your return in 12 hours on $2,000 is $1,333. $1,330, I should say. For those of you that are new to the currency market, does this make more sense now of why this is the fastest growing market in the world? First and foremost, you can start small, grow your account. But I'll tell you what, the biggest advantage in this market, in addition to all the things I listed with liquidity and volatility and size, is the leverage and the buying power. There's no other market like it in the world, okay? Not futures, not options, not cryptos, nothing, not real estate. That's why I love this market. And what we do on the screen right here is what I show you, is what we do every single day live with our students. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump into the market, and I'm gonna show you how we evaluate trades, a lot of our tools, our indicators, and how this works, and how you can jump on board with us for the next 60 days and work with us risk-free as a student. Now, before I get too far ahead of myself, do me a favor, think about the potential of the money that I just showed you on the last page, and take a second and jump into your notes. And I want you to write down, how much money do you need to make in the currency market? If you're a currency trader, every single month to accomplish some of your financial goals, okay? Pick a number, okay? Write that down. I also want you to write down why you wrote that particular number, okay? Why you are picking that particular number. I get a lot of people come to these webinars. They just want to earn a few extra $1,000s a month for spending money. Great. I get a lot of new students that want to trade full time, generate a ton of income. I get a lot of people that are trading, that are frustrated, that know they finally need help. I get a lot of people that just want to generate second, third income streams. I get a ton of people who are retired. We got a lot of retired people that generate income from trading this. Whatever your reasons are, write that down. Okay, you don't have to share with me whatever your number is. I'm not asking you to. It's for you. And some of you are putting your numbers in. That's fine. Sally says 5,000 a month. Isaac says 12,000 a month to cover bills. Brandon says 8,000 a month. All those numbers are possible. I mean, I'm going to show you students before we're done in this presentation. Students that have been making 5,000 pips in a week. 5,000 pips in a week. Real people, just like you. Okay, not 2 years ago, but now, right now, are doing it. Okay. Now, what I find is my average student, when they first come on board, what they're looking to do initially is generate usually a couple $1,000s to $8,000 to $10,000 a month. Okay, and that's pretty par for the course. But here's the big question. I always want to say to people, because I want to be very realistic with them. If we can teach you some strategies where you can consistently make $2,000 to $10,000 per month without having to quit your job, turn your life upside down, would you be willing to give us and commit 30 to 45 minutes a day in this market? If so, type in yes in the chat box. Would you be willing to commit 30 to 45 minutes a day to accomplish some of these numbers? Because if you're not, our relationship isn't going to work, because this is not get rich quick. The money does not fall from the sky. There's no magic wand. This is a skill that you learn to approach day after day after day. And repetition is the mother of all skill set. Now, we will be there to help and coach and mentor and teach you, but we can't sit there and do it for you. All right. Well, in certain circumstances we can, but most circumstances we can't. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump back into the market here, and gang, I'm going to show you exactly how we do it. I may be going fast for some of you because I have limited amount of time and I got a ton of information to cover. So I apologize if I'm going too quickly for all of you. Here's the thing though, I got a couple questions I want to address. Great, Huey, I love it. I'd love to help you with that. Here's the thing, gang. Couple questions. Some of you are asking about our mentoring and our coaching programs. Steve says, I got a friend that's been working with Josh. He's averaging about 4,000 pips a month. Okay, here's the deal. If you want to learn more about our coaching and our mentorship programs, the easiest thing for you to do, because I don't have time to get into all of that in investor inspiration, just type in your telephone number and coaching. Telephone number in one word, coaching. And we'll follow up with you in the future on that. The second thing that I'm getting questions on is the live session. Yes, it's at 7 o'clock tonight. That's Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. I got 26 spots. I got a whole bunch of you that want in there. If you didn't previously put your number in, but you're interested in being in that live session tonight at 7, just type your telephone number in and rally, and we'll follow up with all of you guys. All right, cool. Here we go. So we're back into my charts. Can everybody see we brought the charts back up? Which I hope everybody can see that. Awesome. All right, we're going to do a couple things here at first to kind of get you up to speed to understand exactly the power of the currency market and how we make money in it. Now, the thing about the currency market, that I love, and it's unique in the sense of how it really works and patterns, is the currency market loves to move in these wave-like patterns where this keeps kind of bobbing up and down, bobbing up and down, bobbing up and down, like this, okay? And what we're looking to do as smart, sophisticated traders is make money when the market moves up, comes down, pulls back, reverses, right? Then we want to buy into the market and make money as it's moving up. Well, obviously, other direction. When the market comes down, reverses, and starts to move the other way, we want to make money in a downward turn in the market. Now, every smart, sophisticated trader has got to know three things in the marketplace, okay? You got to know, number one, pulled up here for you. You got to know, number one, market direction, okay? Market direction. Hey, Will, if you're out there, step inside the room for a second. You got to know market direction, okay, number one. Number two, we got to know when to get in to a trade, okay? And number three, we got to know when to get out of a trade. We got to know when to get in, when to get out, and what the market direction is. Okay, now the things that we use to determine market direction, when to get in, when to get out, are things such as our coaches, our mentors, our teachers, but more, or as importantly, is technology and information, our education. One of the things that you will become an expert at in this arena with our organization, because we're considered to be probably the best in the world at teaching it, is understanding Fibonacci's. Now, if you don't know what a Fibonacci is, I would look at this in the future. Don't take time right now out of your schedule. Come see me, or come see me. Do some research afterwards when I'm done, and you can see exactly a little bit more of what Fibonacci's are. Now, just a basic high-level understanding. Leonardo Fibonacci is a 13th century mathematician, okay? What Leonardo Fibonacci discovered is the world of nature tends to have this rhythmic pattern built right into it, okay? He found, based on numerical equations, based on mathematics and numerical sequences, okay? Numerical sequences, that he found that what would happen is if you measured the scales on a fish, they weren't random. They were in a numerical sequence, a pattern that you could measure. If you looked at the petals on a flower, sunflower, that you can see right on here on the screen, it's not random. It's in a numerical pattern. It's a pattern that repeats itself. He found that plants would grow in a type of a sequence. He found that animals would reproduce in this type of a sequence. And so it's an algorithm. It does things over and over and over again. Well, what do we know about the market? We know that the market likes to do the same thing over and over and over again. Does the same thing over and over and over again. So what we do is we apply Fibonacci's to the marketplace. We apply Fibonacci's to our trades to help us determine where the market's going to go in the future based on where it's been in the past. Now we use larger term time Fibonacci's, okay, to help us determine longer term trends. We use shorter time frame Fibonacci's to help us determine entry and exit points into the marketplace. Okay, and I'm going to draw this out for you in just a moment. And then what we're going to do is we're going to jump into live market, and I will actually draw out Fibonacci, show you how they work, and then I'm going to show you some incredible automated tools that we've created that takes all that information and simplifies it for you. Okay. All right, so what we're looking at here is understand that the market likes to do things. Okay, the market likes to do things over and over and over again. As I discussed to you earlier, the market will move in these wave-like patterns where it will, let me move this down a little bit more. The market will move in these wave-like patterns where we'll move up and make what's called a higher high, pull back and make a higher low. It likes to move up and make these higher highs and move back and make higher lows. So we got a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And then I want to do it a reverse, go the other way, make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and it does this over and over and over again. So what we're going to do now is just some basic technical analysis and understanding how Fibonacci's work, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out some Fibonacci information right here. We're going to draw out some boundaries. We'll draw out some boundaries right down here. Give me just a second, folks. I'm going to draw out some boundaries for you. Let me reset my tool here. I'm going to shut this down real quick, folks. I want to bring my text box doesn't want to pull up for me right now. Log right back in for me here. See if this helps me out. Go over to my charts and bring this back up for you. All right, so let's look at this again. Okay, so we're going to draw what's called an A boundary right down here. This is going to be a B boundary right here. Right here is going to be a C boundary. And then we're going to have right up here a D boundary, actually a D extension. So in fact, I'm going to call this a little different. A boundary, B boundary, C entry, D extension. Okay, D extension. So we got A, B, C, D. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw 3 buy zones here. We're going to draw 3 buy zones for you right here. I'm going to draw it very simple, very clean for you to see. Then again, we're going to apply this towards the live market. Now what I'm going to do first is understand, built into our software, we've got all these different indicators and information and tools that our students can access. I'm going to draw at first a manual Fibonacci. It's built right into my charting software. I'm going to go from point A and draw this right on up here to point B. Okay, from point A to point B, just like that. Okay, so go ahead and pull this down here for you so you can see this a little bit better. All right, so I got point A to point B on this. All right, so now what I'm going to do is draw 3 zones, as I had mentioned. Draw my very first zone right here. This is a buy zone. This first zone right here is going to be called my red zone. Well, it's shaded red, so that's easy enough to understand. So that's my first zone. My next zone right here, just below that one, is going to be, draw this one right out here. My next zone right here is going to be a little different shade. I'm going to call this one our blue zone. So let's change the color here. Change color here. And we'll apply blue to this one. Okay. My next zone, right below the blue, is going to be what is called my green zone. Okay. My green zone is right here. And I'm going to shade this one to be that, to match that color. So we'll come right up here and let's go ahead and shade this kind of a green color for you to see. Now what I need everybody to acknowledge is you can see, and it may be difficult for some of you, but if you can see that we've got 3 zones, a red, a blue, and a green, please type in a yes or a Y in the chat box for me. Please type in a yes or a Y in the chat box for me. All right, good. All right, so what we're looking to do, and again, we're going to get this in the live market, so I'm going to quickly go through this. So hang with me here as we go through this so you get a full understanding of how this works, okay? What we're looking to do is now, we want to make money when the market, in this particular example, moves up, pulls back, reverses, right? Pulls up, moves back, and it reverses right down in this area right here, all right? So then what I'm looking to do is to buy into a trade right in this area, okay? I'm looking to buy into this area right in here, and then I'm looking to make money as it moves up and let the Fibonacci's tell me when to sell. Okay, now we use different types of tools and indicators and information to help us tell when a reversal takes place. That's where our candlesticks formations help us a lot, trend line breaks. All I want you to understand for this example, though, is let's just say our reversal took place all the way down here in the green zone. So we bought in the green zone right here, okay? So we bought in the green zone. Well, based on Fibonacci, if I buy in the green zone, I'm going to hold on to my Fibonacci all the way up until it hits, let me get this one out of the way, all the way up until it hits, get this one out of the way, all the way up here until it hits. My computer is not being helpful to me today. For some reason, it's not liking me right now. So if I buy up here in this zone, I'm going to hold until I hit this Fibonacci right up here. So if I buy down here in the green zone, I'm going to hold as my trade's moving up all the way up until I hit this green extension right here. Okay, I'm going to hold until I hit this green extension right here. So if I buy in the green, I'm going to sell at the green. Now, why do I select the 1180? Because it's all mathematics. It's the Fibonacci sequence. It's what's called the golden ratio. What it's telling me is, Aaron, based on where this pattern has been in the past, if you continue to hold it past the 1180, the law of averages start to kick in and the probabilities start to work against you that this will move down. So I buy and sell from green to green. Well, let's say our reversal takes place in the blue zone. Well, if it takes place in the blue zone, I'm going to do the exact same thing I just talked about. Say I'm going to buy in the blue and I'm going to sell at the blue Fibonacci. Well, let's say my reversal takes place up here in the red zone, all the way up here in this red zone. Okay, if I buy in this red zone, okay, if I buy in this red zone right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to this trade all the way down until it gets out of this into this red extension right here. So if I buy in the green, I sell at the green. If I buy in the blue, I sell at the blue. If I buy in this big red zone, I sell in the red. And the reason for all of that is because it's the math. It's telling me if I continue to hold on past this extension right here, the law of average say it's going to work against me. So can everybody please acknowledge in your chat box that we buy and sell from green to green, blue to blue, red to red? If that makes sense to everybody, please type in a yes in the chat box so I can go ahead and jump into some live market here. All right, good. All right, so everybody understands that. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and apply this to live market and opportunities that we have. Now, what I'm going to do at first is I'm going to show you how this works using real candlesticks and the money that you can make. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and look at real trades, real opportunities that are happening right now, that are trades I'm in, that some of our clients are in, that there's still opportunity happening right now. But first I want to show you how this works so you can visually see the opportunity right in front of your eyes of how you apply the ABCDs in the Fibonacci's right in action. Okay, so I'm going to bring up a different currency pair for everybody to look at here. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's bring up this right here. Let's bring up the Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, bring up the Euro New Zealand dollar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little easier visually for you to see. Let's bring it up a little bit better. All right, and let's do this. So what we're looking at here, different currency pair. What I'm going to do is I'm drawing my ABCs. So I'm going to come right down here. I'm going to put my A down here. Okay, right up here. I'm going to go ahead and apply my B right here. My B is right here. Here's my B, and we're going to look for our entry point right in this area. We're going to look to buy into this particular trade right here. Okay, we're looking for an opportunity to get into this trade in this area right over here. Okay, so what we've got now is we've got our A and our B. We don't have our C distinguishing itself yet. Okay, we don't have anything that's distinguishing itself yet for as far as an entry point. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw out my Fibonacci. I'm going to grab my tool right here and draw from here right up to here. Okay, I'm going to draw my Fibonacci. Now, the next thing I'm looking for is an opportunity to buy into this particular trade. I'm looking for a breakout. Now, again, we could have different reversals, different opportunities that will distinguish themselves, but what we're looking for is an opportunity in this particular example to get into this trade, buy, and then ride it as it moves up, depending on which zone we buy in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a simple trend line. Right here, we've got a simple trend line break coming right on down right there. We're looking for a breakout of that trend line, all right? So tell me if we get a breakout in that particular trend line. Boom, right there's our breakout. Pretty clear right there. So there's our breakout in the trend line right there. So our position, our opportunity to get into this particular trade is going to be right here. So I'm going to buy. Can everybody tell me which zone that would be in? What color zone are we in right here? What color zone, if we buy right here, are we in? And then what do we trade it to? Type in the color in the chat box for me. Red. Awesome. Everybody's telling me red. Good. So if we buy in the red, that means we're going to hold until what? The red extension. So our target is going to be right in this particular area right here. So The next thing we're looking to do then is to protect our downside. We need to protect our downside. We need to set up a stop loss order, right? Now, every successful trader will take losses in the marketplace. I mean, I talked about that earlier. In fact, Josh Martinez, one of our best traders, you can see in his account, this is one of his third-party verified MyFX book accounts. Josh is winning about 76% of his trades in this account. He's up in the last 10 months, a little over 10,000 pips. I mean, not a standard lot, that's $100,000 in this personal account. But what I want you to understand about this is even Josh Martinez, one of the best traders in the world, in 10 trades still takes some losses. So everybody must protect their downside. Everybody must protect their downside. Well, how do we do that? Well, we set up first and foremost what's called a stop loss order. Now, a stop loss order just simply says, okay, I don't want to sit in front of my computer all day long. I want to live my life. I want to be able to go to my kids' recital. I want to be able to go out to dinner with my spouse or go to my job, set my trade up, have a plan, have a proper equity management, and know that if this trade goes against me, which they will from time to time, I may take a loss, but it's not going to be a big loss. So I'm going to set up a stop loss order that automatically sells me out if I am aggressive about 5 to 10 pips below my A. If I'm conservative, below my C. If I'm conservative, just below my A. In this example right here, we would have about 25 pips. Now our target in this is going to be right here. If we buy here, we're going to hold till it hits this line. So our target is about 75 pips, okay? 75 pips. So I've got a 75 pip target. All right, so we're looking to make 75 pips, all right? Looking to make 75 pips. So let's go ahead. We've got our target. Let's go ahead and now we're going to set up our risk as well. Got target, we've got risk. All right. Give me a second, gang, to get this pulled back up. Got our target, we got our risk. All right, so we're looking to enter into this now. So we execute our trade right here. Okay, so we execute our trade right here. We've got target of 75 pips. And we've got 25 pips risk. Okay, so we've got a 3-to-1 risk ratio, proper equity management. So what we do now is we buy into our trade right here. It's either going to go up and it's going to hit our target, or it's going to move and puts back down. Okay, it's going to go ahead and go back down. So what do we do now? What do we do now? We execute our trade, we buy, and it either goes up or it goes down. Well, in this particular example, it hits our target right up here. Oops, get rid of our trend line. We don't need that anymore. It hits our target right up here. We sell out. That particular example, it goes up from here. We made our 75 pips in about 8 hours. So 75 pips in 8 hours. That's 8 hours. 75 pips is $750 profit. $750 profit. Now, what do we do next? Okay, the next thing we do is, again, repetition is the mother of all skill. We're looking for our next opportunity in the marketplace. So we don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this Fibonacci anymore. Okay, we're going to look for a new entry point. Now, our brand new A is right up here. Okay, we're looking now for a new entry point into this particular trade. Our B is right here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my Fibonacci from A to B, just like this. Okay, I'm going to draw that from A to B right here. Now we're looking for a brand new opportunity to buy. Well, let's look for a breakout. You can see we got our trend line. Can everybody see our trend is moving down? Well, let's look for an opportunity for a breakout in this particular trade. So I'm looking for my breakout, which took place right here's my breakout. So I'm in this trade now. Which zone am I in? If I buy right in this area right here, this is actually my clear breakout. If I buy right here, which one am I in? Type the color in. Red. Everybody's telling me red. So if I buy there, I'm going to hold until I hit my red extension. Well, I would also set up my stop loss order for sure. Every trade must have proper equity management. But let's say I buy right here. Does it hit my Fibonacci extension? Well, you tell me, is this magic? Is it luck? Or is it mathematics? That it perfectly hits that, and then look at the trend goes boom, the other direction right on down. Starts moving right on down in front of me. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to, you can see that trend that starts going right on down. I sell right there. In this particular trade, I just made 123 pips in 10 hours. So that's 2 trades in 18 hours. 2 trades in 18 hours. So that's 18 hours. Okay, I made 2 trades. All right, so I made my 2 trades. Again, I told you I'm not some mathematician. I got to add them up. I made my $750 plus my $1,320 minus some money for the commissions for the broker. So my profit now, 2,070 profit. How many of you would like to have a skill set to be able to do this over and over and over again? In fact, look at this right here. See this right here? This is Tyson Clayton's Facebook page, one of our experts. Tyson will be hosting the seminars today. This is the comment section right here. I want everybody to read this right here. Jean May Williams. Wow, Tyson, you've been my source of inspiration today. I'm proud to tell you that you've guided me to successfully turning $5,000 to $40,000 in 3 months. Thanks for your membership, for your mentorship. Right there. $5,000 to $40,000 in 3 months by following this tools, the information, the strategies that we teach right here. So let's look at what's happening right now in opportunity in the marketplace as we speak. Okay, opportunity as we speak. If I go right over here, now this is part of our power of our tools where we've automated our tools. I'm going to go ahead and click on where it says Smart Tools. Everybody see Smart Tool? Click on that. Grab my Smart Fibonacci. Come right down here. Find my low, 1, 2, 3, boom. The software automatically draws 100% my Fibonacci's for me. Well, we're in the midst of a perfect opportunity right now. Look at how this is lining up. Just got my breakout of my trend, okay? Now, if I buy in this situation right here, look at it. I just got my breakout. I'm in my red zone. My target right now is 219 pips. If I buy here and it hits this target, that's 219 pips of opportunity right now in the marketplace. There's one, okay? Well, let's go back and look over here. How about another opportunity? Let's look at the different direction in the market of what's happening right now. This way, there's opportunity in a downward turn of the market. I grab my automated tool, Smart Fibonacci's. No other company in the world has this but Market Traders Institute students. I find my high, 1, 2, 3, click, boom. Now this trade has yet to set up. What I'm waiting for this trade to do in this particular example is I'm looking for this trade to go ahead and either start to pull down this way and then look for my reversal in this opportunity. Look for my reversal in this opportunity, and then I'm looking for my entry point to ride this up to whatever Fibonacci I get in. Do this over and over and over again, okay? Over and over and over again. In fact, our students in real money trading accounts, okay, have been generating since September 1st this year, I'm sure from January 1st this year, incredible results. These students, I just showed you right over here, Jean May Williams. I mean, this is the other day. This is November 22nd, okay? This isn't like 2 years ago that people like to show. This is the other day right here. How about these other students right here? Closed out the week with 4,850 pips. Another good week. Dan, I'm averaging 5,500 pips a week for 7 weeks. Tom, 2,080 pips on the euro yen. Right here's Josh. This is Trish right here. Trish says, a big thank you to Josh. This week, 1,208 pips. Elizabeth, the first 2 months of 2017, my FX book record said I made 4,250 pips, and it goes on and on and on and on. Our students, since January 1st of this year, have generated in real money trading accounts, over 3.3 million pips. 3.3 million pips in real money trading accounts. On a standard lot, that's over $33 million. That is as of yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. So how many of you in this presentation would like to have every tool, every indicator that I demonstrated on your desk today? Take the next 60 days to use those tools, to be in our live trading session at 7 o'clock today, to be coached, mentored, and trained in our live sessions, use our softwares, use our programs for the month of December, for the first month of 2018, and have all of that accessibility, all that mentorship, all that guidance risk-free. If you're interested in learning more about that, type in yes or me or of course in the chat box. Everybody, right? I mean, you're here to make money. We're making it very easy for you, okay? The program that I'm going to discover and talk about with you today is called the Ultimate Traders Package on Demand. Okay, to me, I've been doing this for 25 years. It's the most complete, all-encompassing program that there is that's out there. Now, all the benefits that you're going to get in this today are going to be your live instructional class. We do a 2-day live class. We do these live in person at times throughout the year where you can fly down to Orlando, Florida, come to our office space. We've got a beautiful training facility here and work with us eyeball to eyeball. Our next session, you'll be able to log in and do it over a WebEx where you'll be able to interact with us. And we record it, we archive it, so if you can't attend them live or if you always want to review them, you have access to them at any time. You get your training manual, you get the online university, which is our back office. Imagine having the ability 24 hours a day to log into our website and watch beautifully videoed information videos by our experts here in our studios explaining all of our techniques, our strategies, different components of our software. I mean, I showed you 1 or 2 techniques, let alone all the other information, the tools that we teach our organization through our organization. You get the Smart Trader charting software. So again, this will be available on your desktop today. It also is web-based, so you can carry it with you on your smartphone, your tablets, everywhere you travel. You get the ability to be within all of our rooms, within the rooms of our experts, to download expert workspaces in these areas, a really awesome component and piece to our program. You get, on top of that, 4 trading systems, which I didn't get a chance to cover today. A trader's checklist you get as well. You get the daily live webinars. Now think about what's the value associated with being able to, on a daily basis, log in and work side by side with experts like Josh Martinez, who's made over 10,000 pips in the last 10 months, or Tyson Clayton, one of the best experts, Gary Fickhart. This is Gary Fickhart's account. I would challenge you to find any other trading organization in the world to provide results like this. Real results. My FX book, third-party verified. This account right here, this year, has generated 25,000 pips, winning 92% of its trades. This is the level of expertise that you get to work with on a daily basis. You get the FX Chiefs Fast Track to Mentorship, a success coach you get assigned to you as well, and then we get our analysts on demand. Now, this is our trading room that we have, that literally every second the currency market is open, we are live with our students in this trading room, training, supporting, teaching, outlining trades. You have access to that every second, every day that the currency market is open. We are live. We never leave a client behind. But the thing is with this relationship, we want to make it as easy for you as possible to evaluate us as a company. So we decide we take all the risk in this relationship. We're going to give you all access, unlimited, to all of our tools, our experts, our indicators, to be able to use our systems, to go through our education portal, and take the next 60 days to evaluate it. And what's really cool is December is going to be a great month. And rolling into January, you're going to get to see how you can start the first of the year off with a plan financially. So take the next 60 days and evaluate us as an organization. And you know what? If we do not deliver what I have told you we can deliver, we will give you 100% of your investment back. All we ask is you give us an honest effort. We take all the risk in this relationship. Now, if you look at this program, the market value, I mean, I don't know how you put a market value on it when we've got students that are making 5,000 pips in a week. I mean, somebody who's made 5,000 pips a week for 7 straight weeks, what would they pay for a program like this? $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000? I don't know. It's all about return on investment to me. That's how I look at things logically as a business person. Well, the thing is we have got a pretty incredible opportunity going on to bring you in as a client. Now, you can go online to our website anytime and swipe your credit card, get all of our tools, all of our information, come on board for $6,995. But today, in this investor inspiration, I've got an awesome opportunity for you to come on board risk-free. Now, you got to do it in the next hour, though, because we're going to discount it quite a bit. You come on board risk-free for the next 60 days for a one-time investment of $4,995. We're going to take $2,000 off our online price. Yes, we do have some payment plans. I'll cover that in a moment. Now, it's very easy for you to get started. The easy thing for you to do is just put your telephone number in the chat box. Do that for me right now. And what I will do is I will have an education specialist reach out to you, answer all your questions, let you understand how everything works, get you scheduled for an orientation, and again, you are off and running. Because the thing is, we need to get you enrolled soon because tonight at 7 o'clock, if you want to be in this live session, we got to get you through your orientation, get you working so you're comfortable with a few things to be in this live trading session. So go ahead and put your numbers in. Jan, I've got your number. Isaac, I've got your number. Harry, I've got your number. Jasmine, William, Lauren, I've got your number. Oliver, I've got your number. The first 26 of you will take up these 26 slots that are in here tonight. Now, there's 2 different ways to invest in this program. You have what's called an option A and an option B. Option A says simply, I like to save money. I like discounts. I'd rather just pay for this all at once on a credit card, take the discount, work it the next 60 days, and put you guys to the test. And if you don't deliver, I'll get my money back. Pure and simple, that's an option A. If you're an option A, type in an A next to your phone number so I can have the proper education specialist reach out to you. Now, if you'd like to learn about payment plans, we do customize payment plans to fit your budget. We're very, very flexible. In fact, we have payments as low as $208 a month. If you'd like an education specialist to reach out to you to talk to you about a payment plan, type in the letter B next to your telephone number, and I will have an education specialist reach out to you, have a conversation, and go through this with you. Now, I need to know if you're an option A or an option B. Bella, I've got you as an A. Nick is a B. Charles is a B. Wendy's a B. Sally's an A. Tracy's an A. I just need to know if you're an option A or an option B. Now, one of the bonuses you're going to get is we have stuck our toe in the water, gang. More than stuck our toe in the water. We have created access to a cryptocurrency live session tomorrow. I'm going to invite all of you to be in this session tomorrow if you get enrolled today, gang. Now, there are all these bonuses come involved with this today as well. You're going to get over $7,500 in savings, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to make it even better. A bunch of you say you're going to do an option A. I like people to be aggressive. If you're going to do an option A, do me a favor. There's a telephone number on the screen, 407-585-2417. Call into that 407 number, and I've got 10 vouchers. The first 10 of you that call in to this right now, the first 10, I will take an additional $500 off of your A, so your investment is a one-time investment of $4,495. That's it. But I've only got 10 of those vouchers, and if you're going to call in, type in calling in the chat box for me right now. Okay, I've got you. Jack says calling in. Sam says calling in. Claire is calling in. Awesome. Okay, so let's go through another bonus I'm going to give you. How about Josh's Trade Copier? We have technology where you have to do nothing else other than open a brokerage account with any broker you want and link it directly to Josh's trading platform. And in that particular account that Josh trades for himself, every time he executes a buy or sell, you can execute the exact same buy or sell in your account. This exact account that he's done this in for the last 10 months, he has generated 10,000 pips. I'm going to give you free access to this until the end of the year, okay? On top of that, I'm going to give you incredible bonuses as far as this mastermind club as well. All we ask is, as you have success, have you had a great experience with us, okay? We deliver what we promise. You start making pips. You have a great time. You're earning money. Post it on social media. That's all we ask. Because one thing is we have found as an organization, the more people that go to Josh's Facebook page and Tyson and Steve and MTI Family of Market Traders and Jose's and Kieran's and Gary Fickhardt's, the more people that go on there and post their experiences and their results, the more exposure it brings us, the more social proof it brings us that anybody can do this. It's a skill. You just got to apply it over and over and over again. Now, your 2-day class is coming up next Thursday. Sorry, that's next week, Friday, December 3rd and 4th. Actually, this Thursday, 3rd and 4th. You got the full day class coming up. Now, here's the thing. If you can't attend this, you're busy, great. We record it. We'll get it to you for free. Okay? We archive and record them. If you want to come to them in the future when we do it live here in our office, you have the ability to do that as well. We've also, to outline the components that come within our session, we've got the 2-day class. We've got our online university, which again is our education portal, which you can log into 24 hours a day and access all of our training videos, our information. You get a trader's checklist, which is another information piece that you put your trade into. It lines up probabilities of your trades hitting. Really awesome component. Number 2 is all the tools, all the automation that I discovered. You get our smart trader system, our automated system. But to me, the most important thing that we do is our mentorship and our coaching. To have access to world-class traders that not only are making pips, proven, third-party verified, but know how to teach. Know how to teach you to read the charts. Know how to teach you to look at positions. Because it's not all about, how to get in, how to get out, how do I do it? It's having someone there to help you along the way. To me, that was the biggest thing in this organization that attracted me years ago, was the level of commitment that they have with their students. And you know what? Take the next 60 days and try us out. Let us know what you think about it. So again, one of the things I told you is if you got 10 of those vouchers, if you'd like to call in right now, I got a couple of those left over. Go ahead and type in calling in the chat box, and we will help you out with this, okay? All right, sounds good, gang. So here's the deal. Last thing I'm going to say to all of you, I got a couple minutes left here. Just so you know, both option A and option B, 100% come with a in writing 60-day satisfaction guarantee, okay? All right, good. So just want to make sure you know that. Call in now. I got a couple of those vouchers left. If you have questions, put your telephone number in the chat box. We will follow up with you as well to answer any questions you may have.